The late adopter. Hi guys, how you doing? Welcome to new Bitcoin Daily Show. I'm guessing everybody's really excited about what's happening right now. Dump. If this is your first time here, you know what to do with the subscribe button and the like button and all of the buttons below. Guys, we do this show every single day, Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central European time, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, because you know it affects our altcoins. That said, how's everybody doing? I see a lot of people are buying toilet paper. 34% is buying toilet paper on this dump. That's nice, that's nice. As long as, you know, when it's dumping, you need a lot of toilet paper, you know, so that's good stuff, right? How's everybody doing in chat? Ron Adopter is here, the first one in. Hi man, how you doing? Edward is here. Batch, Richard. Richard or Ricard? You got it. There we go. It looks nice and dandy. Everything is good, guys. Everything is good. So, I mean, not everything is good, but you know, everything is good with the stream. You stopped it these daily videos for a few days. It's not actually a few days. It was more than that. It was a month or two or something like that. I don't know. It was a long time. Toilet price go up with COVID. Yeah, definitely. Good morning. Just spent my last 25% cash on buying altcoin cheap. That depends whether that's a good or bad, investment. We're gonna see that. So I'm gonna explain to you what has happened so far. I'm gonna explain to you what I think might happen. Worst case scenarios. Captain is in the chat as well. How you doing, lady? Welcome to the chat. Hobbyist as well. Nice. So I'm gonna explain to you what has happened during that. We had actually had a live stream at 4 a.m. So, you know, subscribe to the channel for more emergency live streams. If you want to, see some, emergency live stream, you want to get notifications for emergency live streams, you gotta be a subscriber, man. You gotta subscribe. At 4 a.m. we did emergency live stream because it was dumping and we're talking about it. But, right now it maybe be some kind of, but I'm going to tell you what it has to happen. It basically has to get above this line up here and not continue towards the upside. We are at some support, of course, and, we don't want to break the support on the downside. It looks like it's consolidating and it wants to break to the downside. So, there is always that break to the downside. So we're going to see that. So I'm going to explain to you what has happened, what's happening right now, what we think might happen, how far down this can go, and stuff like that, right? Worst case scenario, we get bigger bags and hodl for another 30 years. Yeah, 2 years, man, it's a long time. What's up, TLF fam? Bitcoin as the bad. I mastered the art of FOMO. How high did you buy? At this point, no way BTC hits 98. I don't think it will hit 80k as well, not even close. Never say never. I mastered the art of FOMO. What about Choco Ben Magnus? He's also here. Yeah, but Choco Ben isn't the green name, unfortunately, But yeah, Choco Ben is also here. But Choco Ben needs to become green name to get all of the goodies. Okay, guys, let's see what's been happening here on, BTC oversold. I'm not quite sure if it's rising or not, because I'm going to tell you what can happen during these dumps. So we're gonna clean up the line and talk from the start. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Up here at the top, there was, look, everything looks very bullish. This candle up here, ruined everything. This is the candle that ruined the part. Let me zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. This candle over here ruined the party, and then this candle, because it went down, it went below 20 moving average, could not get back above, went down, went below, and right now sitting down here, trying to recover, but kind of going the recovery is not actually going too fast towards the upside. So I'm kind of worried, what's happening down here. Is the fear kicking in for more downside, or is just getting ready, to pop to the upside, just like over here, getting ready and then pop to the downside. So something like this, and then up like over here and down. Maybe some kind of leverage, shakeout before we go towards the upside, right? So there is a lot of other things that can be, but basically this candle up here, messed up. You can also see that there has been some kind of very nice lines up here that got broken towards downside. It's actually this down here, give or take. Some very nice lines got broken to the downside, like everything got broken to the downside. We just fell through a lot of a lot of supports, and there was this around 63,500. This was the big one, right? Yesterday I did Patreon video down here and said we probably gonna go up. We went up and then it's gonna go down. If we fall below 63.7 or something like that, this is gonna drop. Exactly what that happened. We fell through the 63.7 and continued down. Now this dump here is a little bit different than previous dumps. Like over here, you'll see that this is the 1 hourly dump, so it dumped pretty fast and just recovered and went sideways, right? The dump went very fast. Over here you'll notice that the dump is not recovering. It's going down, but it's not recovering. This might be some kind of a you know, slow recovery up here. That's, you know, recover, but it's not the same type of dump like over here. This down here was what we call, you know, FUD dump, you know, a super fast dump towards downside, and it did, you know, whatever it wanted to do. We started going back up again, but this dump is a little bit different because it's not actually you know, affected by it's just technical dump. It's not a FUD dump. There is no news or anything like that. Like, people are trying to figure out, like, maybe there is some Biden news with the, you know, infrastructure bill or some other news that are pushing the price. There is no news. It's purely manipulative, technical dump. They push the price down below certain levels, then they managed to push the price below important levels. Of course, what's then happening, all of the stop losses gets triggered, or all of the a lot of leveraged loans get liquidated, so the price has a big dump here. Right now we are consolidating here. The question here down here is whether this is going to consolidate here and find some kind of bottom down here and continue towards the upside, or are we going to see more move towards downside to some kind of 58 levels, or even all the way down to 55 levels, or even down further to 51 levels. How this actually going to work out? Now, before we actually do explain that, let's go to the weekly time frame, and I'm going to show you on the weekly time frame that everything looks fine. So before you freak out, you know, and start looking for new job or whatever, second job, technically speaking, on the chart up here, we are having a small move towards downside. We are still above all the moving averages. We are still above very important resistances up here. So technically we are looking still very nice. There is technically no problem with the charts. If this was, I said this also in Patreon yesterday, if this was some kind of 5-minute chart, if you're looking at this and you don't know that this is a weekly chart, this is a 5-minute chart, it looks just like you know, small move towards downside before, you know, before we continue, you know, again towards the upside, right? But it will be extend up here. These weeks up here not very nice, and you know, some small move to downside might happen, and this is actually what is happening. But we are still looking good. We are still above all-time high, previous all-time high up here, and we're just coming back to that level. Now, if you do break that level on the downside, we might see some kind of that's 56, 57 level down here. This is 49 levels. We don't want to go all the way back there. We got big support at 52 level. There is a lot of supports, really important supports up here. 52 level, this is 57, then we got 55 level on the week, on the daily time frame down up here. We got this at 50 level. Like, there's a bunch of supports here that are very important. Also, this area between 57 and 60 level might have a certain support, but I think if we do fail the 60 level down here, I think we are going to see some kind of 58 levels as well. So a lot of people are right now getting out of the market. There is a big fear going on, and you know, whether this is the bottom or not, it kind of depends. Let me draw some new lines on this chart so you can see why we are stopping where we are stopping right now. We're gonna start by drawing some very nice meme lines up here. You can see here how this line up here nicely corresponds with even this wick up here on the pullback towards the upside, corresponds nicely with pullback, and this was some kind of triangle up here going on, right? We can go up here, and I think it's this triangle up here, give or take. You can see how we fell just below this entire triangle towards the downside. And it all depends on how you draw these lines, but you know, it should be something like this, give or take. Maybe it's something up here. I mean, if you draw it like this, it's not, but you know, I think it's this one down here. But then this one should be, this one we're drawing a little bit differently, like this up here, right? If I remember correctly. Yeah, this is the triangle, but you know, we are down there, so there are definitely some kind of support here on the triangle, and of course there is support on the 4-hourly down here at that we are right now sitting at. I think this is these supports are important levels right now that we are trying to break or get support of. You can see here if you zoom in on the 1 hourly time frame that we kind of playing with these levels up here. So whether we actually hold this try to break the downside or hold, is gonna be nice. It's gonna be interesting to see. But if we fall below, what's that, if we fall below right now, below what's that, 60.6, and start closing below there, I think we might see some kind of 60 levels. Why 60 levels? Because 60 levels is not actually the daily up here. 60 levels, where is the 60 levels thing? No, that's the 60 level, that's 60.6. If we break 60.6 levels down here, we might start seeing all the way down here at 58.4, or the 50 moving average down here at what's that, if I can just put it line down, that's at 58.7. And then we also got the weekly 10 moving average, but 10 moving average was down all the way down. So I think this is the next level to hit. Let's see, this is the weekly up here, and let's see the daily up here as well, just for a second. Yeah, that doesn't matter, it's up there. So if we do continue towards downside, if this for whatever reason doesn't stop here, we gotta look at this 60 level. 60 level. So we got a 66 where we are trying to hold up here. This is the last support before 60 level. If 60 breaks, we're gonna definitely see some kind of 58.4, 58.7 level down here. So we got certain supports. We are at this 60.6 level support right now, and we are hoping this will actually hold and continue towards the upside. We're gonna go into small time frame and see what's actually has to happen to actually hold this support. But the 60 level down here, very important, and then 58 level. After 58, we gotta look at some kind of 50 level, 51 level, and so forth. But we don't know actually how far down we're gonna go. The thing about support levels is you never know which support level is gonna hold. So we do know where the support levels lies, but we do not know which level will support. It would be nice to say, a lot of people both on YouTube and on Twitter, they are gonna scream this support is gonna, where we're gonna go, we're gonna go to 58, 58, 58, or 55, 55, 55. And whichever supports holds, the part of the group that was yelling the right support gets the bragging rights. The truth about technical analysis is nobody actually knows which support will hold. We look for reversal signs. We look for bottoming signals. We look for something that tell us when we get to the support that okay, right over here we are hitting some nice support. We are getting nice signals. The confidence towards the upside might be look good, or on the other hand, if you don't get these signals, and it looks weak, you might start looking at the next levels. So that's the truth about tech analysis. We don't actually know where the price will go down to, but we know where the supports are. So as soon as we get to those supports, we try to figure out whether those supports will hold or not, right? And right now this looks a little bit weak. You can see here on the 1 hourly time frame. We are still pushing it slowly on the downside. There is not much reversal happening up here on the 30 minutes time frame. We are still below this 10 moving average. You can see the 10 moving average is kicking us towards downside. So first move should be above 10 moving average. That would be like first sign, at least on this 30-minute chart, that something is happening, that something we are getting somewhere. But it's not helping either. The 15-minute chart, the 20 moving average up here, still not there. So we need to do a nice move towards the upside, a big move towards the upside before this actually reverses. But we are not there yet. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. I'm going to show you the 5-minute chart on another chart up here. There are some levels up here. Let's just remove this up here. Don't mind these yellow lines. Yellow lines are on other chart. Let's just remove the yellow lines for now. I'm going to show you these blue lines without the moving averages. What you're going to notice here is these are the trends. So this blue line up here is a trend towards downside. When we start going towards upside, you want to break this trend because you are breaking the trend to the downside. We have been, let me just remove this one. We're going to put it back on. We have been monitoring this. You know what, let's start from the start. So when we started dumping down here, we created a trend down here, so we can draw that trend. this on the 5-minute chart, but still, you know, we are gonna get some kind of first signs of trend reversal once we start breaking these trends. So this trend that's been created right now, the price goes something like this, and for the trend to be broken, you gotta exit to the other side, right? So you can see here we went up here, tried, and right now we have to go up here, but we have to enter above it, up above the line, to, you know, to break this big trend up here. Now what has happened over here is that this last move towards downside, it got broken. So you can see here this fast move. So we have been going towards downside, and then we increased the speed towards downside over in this part over here. So we can draw another trend line up here because the speed increased towards upside. Maybe something like this, give or take, because these wicks and stuff like that. And you can see that what happened over here, that we actually was in a kind of speedy trend towards downside down here, but this trend got broken once we exit to the other side. Now breaking the trend doesn't mean you're gonna go towards the upside, just mean that, you know, you're gonna break the trend you know, speed either sideways towards the upside, towards downside, doesn't matter, but you're gonna break the trend speed, and this speed got broken. So right now what we have right now, we got this trend line up here that got broken. Technically maybe it should be down here somewhere, give or take, yeah, something like this. So so this trend up here got broken, and right now we are in a different kind of trend. So what has to happen here on the small time frames is we have to, you know, go all the way up above this trend up here to, you know, to eliminate this down, at least this downtrend towards the downside. And the first thing to go, even before we get to the even before we break this trend, is breaking this trend over here, because we create right now another trend. So if you notice right now, the, you know, tech analysis is all about the trends and how the trends moves and which trends you break. So even if we are going kind of sideways up here, we got some kind of a descending triangle up here, and the first step, you know, getting to this level up here, that's around something 62.4, something like that, is, you know, getting above this trend line up here. So get above trend line, get above next trend line, and so forth. So we are always looking to break these trends, because these trends are gonna slow the speed towards downside. If we continue going towards downside here, and right now it's gonna happen pretty soon. If you fail to, you know, break the trend, it means you're gonna fail on the downside. If you fail this on the downside, we might be looking at some kind of a what do we say, 60 levels, yeah, but 60 is right up here. 60 is right up here. So if we break this level to the downside, we are looking for 60 levels, and if it breaks that, it's gonna go all the way, we think, around 56, 50, sorry, it's not on this chart up here, it's 50, 58 levels, like up here. We said, like, what was the levels? 60 and 58, 7, 58, 4, okay. So let's go and see that. 58, 7 and 58, 4, right? So these are the levels that we are looking, in case this breaks towards downside. These are the levels that we are actually looking for right now. You know, to not go towards downside over here, we need to, you know, break this downtrend up here towards the upside, and then we have probability to, you know, break this to the upside and continue going towards the upside. Downtrend, so what I'm trying to say with these trend lines, the downtrend is still not broken, unfortunately. We still have more downside to go if this continues. But we are definitely oversold on the chart. So let's see some kind of oversold levels and what we are talking about. If you look at a 4-hourly, we're gonna bring certain indicators down here. You'll see that this RSI is all the way down at what's that, at 30 on the 4-hourly time frames. And these things don't happen that often. They do happen, but they don't happen that often, right? These levels are very rare, and they do not happen that often. Now they can indeed do something like this up here. You can see here. So even if you're going down and get some kind of overbought levels, you can, you know, continue going sideways and then dump even more. So, you know, these levels can be indication that, you know, that we might do a choppy moves towards downside down here. So you know, you can stay at low levels. You know, getting to low levels doesn't mean that you're gonna bounce right back up. That's not how these things work. Let me just remove this, you know, little bit, and but it can mean that, you know, if we continue toward the downside, the levels might, you know, do something like this up here, and you will still see the price declining downwards. But the good thing is that we are indeed a little bit oversold on the 4-hourly time frame. That might mean that, you know, we're gonna get some kind of sideways moves. And sideways moves is always good, right? Because, you know, market has a time to, you know, adjust to the price. Also on the 4-hourly, you'll see on this TLA overextended indicator that we are overextended to the downside. This is a history, and you can see that these levels down here on the 4-hourly do not happen that often either. Let me see, so you can see the chart up here. They don't happen that often. I mean, some of these, especially this was, you know, the big dumps. So you see a lot of these, but in the upside you can see overextension. But these levels overall, 90%, 95%, more than 95% of these levels are, you know, below these levels. So right now we are some kind of overextended territory. We are oversold territory, and, you know, that might indicate good good outlook towards the upside. Also you can see up down here that we are maybe getting some kind of a rounded bottom down here that might actually help us, you know, recover towards the upside here. So we are hitting, number one, we're hitting some kind of important support. Number two, we are hitting some kind of overbought, overextended levels, and, you know, combined with that, it might give us, you know, a probability to push to the upside. Now, to push to the upside, let's go a little bit back up here. Now, to push to the upside, we gotta break certain trend lines, and these are trend lines that we are looking to break. Right now it looks like it's breaking it, you know. These are 5-minute lines, so they're not always that correct. Let's see, maybe something down here, give or take. Maybe it's already broken, maybe it's not. We're gonna put it up here. Yeah, you know, these lines, man, these lines. Maybe quite soon, you know, we gotta break these trend lines towards the upside. So what I'm trying to say is the dump is not done yet. We have to have either some kind of indication of some kind of bottom. Sorry about that. We gotta have some kind of indication of some kind of bottom, or we gotta have more and then get some kind of indication of some kind of bottom. But these lies are the dump is definitely legit. It looks a lot different than other kind of you know, flash dumps or something like that. But it's in no way any kind of bearish sentiment in the market right now. It is a big dump, and especially if you zoom out the big time frames. That's why we did this in the start of the video. If you zoom out on the big time frames, it looks some kind of moving averages, so it looks some kind of technicals. You'll see that, you know, there is actually no reason. There is no divergence up here. Everything looks fine above all the moving averages. RSI is not overbought. MACD looks fine. You know, weekly time frames looks very good. Like even on the daily time frame, we are pulling a little bit back down here, but even, you know, even that, like down to the 50 moving average, should be fine. You can see here previously on this bull run move, like we have been coming down to the 50 moving average several times, you know, and there has been no problems. Right now the 50 moving average being the yellow line, you can see right now that we are still coming down back to that line, and we are still above certain levels up here. So all is good still. There is no bearish sentiment. Everything is good, especially if you look at a weekly time frame. But, you know, on the small time frames, you know, there is of course fear and, you know, panic and stuff like that. So that's all not always good. But, you know, we are trying to look for some kind of bottoming signals. This might be it. I mean, it is some kind of around the bottom at some kind of very important supports. But we need to see that final move towards the upside. We need to see that breakout towards the upside that says, okay guys, this is done. Because right now it's not done just yet. You know, I think we got still more. If this doesn't recover soon towards the upside, and we fall below, what's that, around 60,000, 6,300. If we fall back below these levels down here, we're gonna be looking at 58 levels, 60 and then 58 levels. We are not quite there yet, but I think it says more. You know, it can definitely dump down more, and we are not done until we get some kind of decisive move towards the upside where we see that, okay, the market is recovering. But right now market is not recovering yet, and everything is being pushed hard towards the downside. Yesterday there was a big news about, you know, whales transferring from cold wallets Ethereum, billions of Ethereum, not billions of Ethereum, but billions of dollars worth of Ethereum to Kraken, and you know, maybe that should have been some kind of indication that, you know, a dump is about to come. But we didn't take it too seriously, and unfortunately this is happening today. So we're gonna see how this actually continues, how this ends, but right now this is not over just yet. Let me see here. It might be, there is some kind of hopium that this is some give or take. Some kind of descending triangle up here, you know, but you know, we already know that support, we don't break that on the downside, and we want to get above, you know, certain levels up here. So whichever side this breaks to, it's gonna, if it breaks to the upside, you might be looking at relief rally or that get bounce, because this is not done before we get to certain very high levels. I'm not gonna explain to you where we have to get back up to. So just, you know, going up to some kind of 50 moving, it doesn't, you know, says that we are not gonna do this again. We have to get a pretty high up here, above 64,000. I think we gotta get it back above 63.5 up here. So there is a pretty big move towards the upside that we have to do. But you know, the first sign of recovery will be if we exit this descending triangle down here to the upside, and after that, you know, we gotta break moving averages, we gotta break certain trend lines and stuff like that, you know. So there is a way to go, and once we do that, you know, I'm gonna be announcing, guys, it's done, the dump is done. Unfortunately, the dump is done not just yet, you know. So we gotta we either, you know, trying to find support up here, or we are gonna try to, you know, to dump more and then find support somewhere down there and continue towards the upside. I'm still not worried about you know, bear market kicking, you know, anything like that. For me to worry about, you know, any kind of bear market, we have to look at certain levels here on the weekly time frame, and that's gonna be the 10 moving average. So if we start falling below 56,000 or something like that, and closing below 56,000 down here, and that might be some kind of indication. But the big thing, you know, the big thing is the 50 moving average. So 50 moving average right now is at 45,000. So no bear market until we are below 45,000, you know. But you know, the things might be look like bad below 56,006 or something like that. Friday is the full moon, so on Friday, you know, we might get the needed needed pump to get up. So you know, this might be, you know, pre-dump to the full moon. Rodney, Bitcoin. I think Tesla will sell Bitcoins. Why do you think that? Elon like to F with people. I don't think that. I don't think they're gonna sell it. There is no high levels. The dump is here to stop this crap. Bear market. Nah, man. You just wanted to dump so you can buy cheap. We know, man. We know. No high, all dump. No. Danny wants to, guys, Danny is a bear. He wants to buy your coins. Do not sell to Danny, man. Danny wants to spread FUD and, you know, buy your coins. Is there a moon eclipse soon? No, moon eclipse is on the 4th of December. But full moon is on the 20th of how do you say it? 19 November. So we always got that right. So here's the, you know, cheat sheet of the billionaires. Here's the chart that not a lot of you have maybe seen before, especially if you are new to the channel. What you're gonna see here is these red circles. These red circles are new moons. New moons are usually dump moons, but sometimes they go towards the upside in the bull market. Now this new moon up here is actually definitely dumping us. The full moon did not pump us. So right now what we are waiting for is this up here. This is the weekly. Sorry, we gotta go to the daily chart for this. So these full moons usually pump the price. These new moons usually dump the price, but in bull market they can pump the price. Now this was a full moon. It was supposed to pump the price and did kind of start doing that, you know, but then it failed, and then we got this new moon, and then the new moon is starting to dump us. Now the good thing is we are getting a very, very special new full moon right over here, and this is happening on the 19th of November. Now this full moon is also corresponding with almost with this top up here. This stop is coming on 22nd of November. Now this full moon is very important, and it might actually have the effect towards the upside. So that's what we are looking at right now. Let me just go to the daily time frame back again here. Sorry about a little bit zooming in and out, you know. So this new moon that's gonna happen, the full moon that's gonna happen here, it's gonna have a big effect towards the upside, and then we are gonna have the new moon on exact. This is peregrine apogee, you know, when the moon is closest to the Earth and furthest away from the Earth. So this full moon is gonna be furthest away from the Earth, or maybe this is close. I don't remember, doesn't matter, but it's corresponding very nicely with a, you know, pivot point on closestness and furthestness away from the Earth, and these are very special dates. So 19th of November we are gonna get a big special full moon that might actually pump us, and we are looking something very special to happen on the 4th of December. 4th of December up here. We also got eclipse, moon eclipse. It's gonna be new moon with the moon eclipse, and when the moon is closest to the Earth, it's gonna be very special date, 4th of December. So something big is definitely gonna happen then, and all the way at the 19th December when we have another full moon again up here. So in this area up here, you know, we are thinking we might reach some kind of top. I don't think it's gonna be on the 19th or the 20th or even the 4th. I mean, it would be nice if it's gonna be exactly the 4th. But you know, we still think that we got more room to go to the upside. I don't think this part over here is any kind of bottom or any kind of top, because usually these full moons and new moons, these super moons and micro moons, correspond to bottom and stops. You can see up here, you can see it down there, you can see it down here, you can see it up here. So these super moons and super moons and micro moons do correspond with certain tops and bottoms. And you know, this over here prior to this action is not neither top nor bottom. So either we're gonna go here and bottom out, which I don't think we're gonna do that. I think more likely, you know, just continue towards the upside and, you know, top out somewhere up here during between the 19th of November and 20th of December. You can look check out more about this chart on. There is a video about it. It's called Secrets of the Billionaires on the YouTube. So check it out. Check it out. Let's see for the last time how the Bitcoin is doing here on the 5-minute chart. It is still going down. 50-minute chart down here. Where is my triangle? I think I removed the triangle. Doesn't matter. Let's draw a new triangle up here. Something like that, give or take. I should like to use these as well, and something like this, maybe, give or take, maybe something like this. Let's see 10-minute chart. Is 10-minute chart more accurate? 5-minute chart. Let's see the 5-minute chart. Should be something like this. So we are still not out of the dump yet. Still got a room to go. It's some kind of triangle up here. I mean, so you know, it's gonna be either towards the upside or downside, right? We don't know, guys. We don't know, and I don't see right now any kind of bottom. Like this can be bottom, but it needs to show, you know, bullish moves. So we're gonna see that. So if any of you guys are some kind of whales, you got billions lying on the sides, please do buy, you know, everything. 4 AM is usually time to dump. Where in the world did the dump start? I don't know. Do you think the bull run will last till the end of December? I still think that, yeah. Nothing has changed until the weekly goes below 10 moving average. So that's below 56 or something like that. There's full moon, people around the world can keep trading by moonlight. That's why. Good morning, TLA. BTC volume on the weekly seems substantially lower these last weeks compared to the February and March. Interesting, mainstream seems low. What can you conclude? Well, the thing is, I explained this actually in another video, on another stream or somewhere. Let me find any kind of chart, Bitfinex chart. Let's see up here. Yeah, let's do this chart up here. Let's do this chart. We need volume for this up here, and maybe weekly volume up here as well. the mainstream. When did the mainstream come previous bull run, guys? When did the mainstream come in previous bull run? It came up here. The mainstream didn't come at 20k, because once we hit the 20k up here, mainstream still didn't come. Mainstream they need confidence that we are gonna go towards the upside, right? They need, you know, they need confirmation that this is it, right? And the confirmation is not 20k, because when you get to 20k, people are still having this mentality of it's just 20k, just gonna crash down back again, right? So mainstream don't buy you know, the breakouts up here. What has to happen after you get to the previous all-time high, you have to do this move towards the upside. You have to do this move towards the upside, and this is the move that actually got everybody in. So once we did this move towards the upside, this is the part where the mainstream actually entered. Mainstream was not down here at 20k. Nobody was buying here at 20k. Like I saw maybe who was that? Kaiser, the Kaiser guy on YouTube was buying here at 20k. He bought the 70k deep, right? And some other people are buying, but you know, I was still telling people like it's going higher, but nobody believe me down here. So you know, mainstream don't like the same numbers, because they just think we were at 20 before, we're gonna do this thing again, so they don't buy. So what they need confirmation, and this is the confirmation they need. We went up from you know, from 20 to 40, and that's when mainstream kicked in, right? That's when mainstream kicked in, and this is the, you know, the euphoria phase when we got all the mainstream in, because right now they saw it's gonna go to 200,000, bye, and then it crashed, right? So the same thing is happening right now. We have been up here at 60, what's that, 64, 65,000, and right now we are at same levels. And mainstream don't buy same levels, because you know, they need confirmation. Mainstream needs confirmation, so they always think like it failed before, it's gonna fail again, right? Because that's how they think. So what they need, just like previous time up here, just like previous time, they need some kind of confirmation, some kind of move to like 80, 100,000, something like that, maybe even 100,000. Right? And once we hit those levels, that's when mainstream is gonna kick in. Mainstream is not down here because they don't understand, right? They think 64,000 is just gonna get rejected again. That's the mentality. But you know, then you have a big push towards the upside. Mainstream sees it. Now it's confirmed we are going towards the upside, right? 100k. Now it's confirmed. Then they FOMO, and then you had this, you know, some kind of blow off top, something up here, and then you crash the market, right? So I don't think the mainstream is just just yet. The volume kind of seems kind of sluggish, but the volume seem sluggish any kind of sideways movement. So over here you can see that the movement is kind of sluggish, and the volume is not actually that confident. Even this entire move is actually going a little bit towards downside, but don't look at just this move, look at the entire move up here, because this is just going sideways. So sideways movement, these consolidation movements, whatever you want to call them, it's technically some kind of consolidation movement up here, right? The volume should go down. It's only once we break you know, 60, what's that, 68,000, 70, 80,000, something like that, you're gonna see you know, volume increasing once again. But I think we need to break the, you know, 70, 80, 90,000 for the mainstream to kick in, because mainstream do not like to buy same levels. They need confirmation. Mainstream kicked in Australia at 45, 48k. I don't think that's mainstream. That's just, you know, the guys that have been buying, you know, Shiba Inu and stuff like that. That's what kicked in at around 45, 48k. Mainstream did not jump in. I think mainstream is still sitting on the sidelines and waiting. Till end of December is only 6 more weeks. A lot needs to happen for BTC to restore all-time high, and Doge needs to move its ASAP. Yeah, Doge is not doing the moves that it's supposed to do, but you know, what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? If this actually, you know, Doge is right now sitting down on support here at 10-20 moving average on the weekly. Now it's still Tuesday, you know, so we still got you know, 5 days left of the week to dump here on the weekly time frame, you know. So as long as you can see these weeks on the downside, they do happen. So as long as we close above what's that, 0.25 on Doge, it's gonna be fine next week and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing looks that confident now. And everybody's scared, of course, about further dumps, because when you buy high, you're always scared. Like I said, nobody who bought down here at 50K is right now worried about the dump down here. Nobody who bought here is worried about. The only who's worried about the dump is people down here, up here. So. Full moon is coming. Full moon is actually coming. I told my boss about investment. He wants to match and invest. That's a bull signal. Yeah, I mean, there will always be some people that are buying, throughout the time. There is always some boss, some, co-worker, but the most of mainstream needs confirmation, and most of mainstream are waiting maybe for some kind of 80, 90, 100,000 levels to see that and see, oh my god, we are going to 500,000, and then buy. Of course, that's the top. This is a good time to buy. Does look bearish short term? Well, right now it does not look neither bearish nor bullish. Right now we're just waiting to see how this is actually gonna work out. It might, for traders and stuff like that, right? This is a good opportunity to buy, because we might be at some kind of button. They like the risk, so they see this, they long this, but they also have tight stop losses down here, right? So if this for every reason turns towards downside, they get out of trades, right? So traders like this right now. You can see here we have some kind of button down here, so they are maybe doing putting long positions and putting stop losses below here, because if you go back there, that might be bad. So they're adding right now either building long positions or stuff like that. But that's what traders do, right? They see big support, they see some kind of support holding, and they are taking the risk, because there is no such sure thing, but they are taking the risk that this is gonna hold, and they go long, right? But if it starts going down, they're gonna exit the trades, and as soon as this breaks on the downside, they're gonna open short positions, because that's what traders do, right? Young Brun, that's me. How much do you sleep? I didn't actually sleep that much. I woke up like in the middle of the night, and then checked my phone and see Bitcoin dump, and I was like, god damn, I can't sleep. So I did the live stream and stuff like that. So I slept like 3-4 hours or something like that. That's fine, man. I can survive one day on 3-4 hours. That's fine. It's not like I'm gonna die. Can you do Chili's? This is the millionth time I'm asking. Jeez, it's called Bitcoin Daily, not Chili's Daily. Good morning from Brazil. This looks interesting. Shinola. Yeah, it looks interesting. I see Elon Musk also watched the stream. You got one dislike. What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Is this the very first sign of 5 minute crossing the 50 moving average? Now we did cross the 50. Maybe this is the very first sign of recovery, guys. Maybe this is the very first sign of recovery. I survived on 1 banana and a cup of coffee. 3-4 hours sleep, that's a father to you. Yeah, no, but it's not the kids' fault. It's I'm father of a Bitcoin father. I need to watch my other kids eat shorts still all the time. High thoughts. I really don't care about how much eat shorts loans there are. I'm not really good at analyzing the chain data. But I see price go down, I can analyze that. I see price go up, I can analyze that. I see candlesticks, I can analyze that. There are guys that you should ask for certain stuff. Like you don't go to an electrician and ask him how to fix your plumbing, right? The same way you don't go and ask a computer engineer about how to design a house. So you gotta ask the right guys the right questions. You want to know about technical analysis, you ask me. You want to know on-chain analysis, you ask Will Clemente. You want to know about funding rate and open shorts, open longs and stuff like that, you ask somebody who likes do a lot of trading and stuff like that, maybe some crypto phase or something like that. Maybe he probably knows about those things, right? So asking the right questions to the right people is gonna get you a lot better answers. W button of 5 minutes. Yeah, it's not only W button, it's weird kind of quadruple button. So Why market cap shows only 1 trillion market cap only? I don't know. I don't know what you're looking at. If too many traders are shorting now, they will hunt short stop losses as well. How that works, man, I don't know, man. I just look at the chart. I'm a lemon. I don't get that, man, but you make me laugh, so it's fine. So it's all fine. Let's end the poll right over here. What are you buying more of now? Let's see the poll. How did the poll go? Cheap alts, 44% are buying more cheap alts. Toilet paper, 36% is buying more toilet paper. Bitcoin, 15%, and only 3% is buying more gold. I trolled with the low rolls. Chanik broke the alt positives value. If you break $30, where would you see us going to? Until bear market, I see it just retracing. Link just like everything else. You gotta zoom out. You cannot look at small time frames. If you look at it on the weekly time frame, the Chanik looks very nice. You are even getting, this is high, you're getting higher. This is a pullback back to the 10 moving average. It happens. I mean, what do you want to say? Like, look at this green candle, like nothing. Look here, 1, 2, 3 candles. You just had the dump on the weekly down here from up here at what's that, 37 all the way down to 20. Okay, this was a little while ago, but but still, it was a 44% dump. Yeah, that was a couple of months ago, so whatever. But a dump down here, even dump all the way down to some kind of 26 levels would not invalidate any kind of upward trend on Chainlink. And this goes for everything. Small time, when we look at small time frames, we get anxious, we get scared, we get cold feet, we get all kind of problems with the chart. That's why, if you want to live happily, guys, look at the weekly time frame. Buy when the price is low, sell when the price is overextended, because it will eventually get overextended and stuff like that. Go do some other stuff in life, because watching the charts on small time frames, like I do, and but I have to do it. It can often lead to a lot of health issues you don't want to have. Double top with 4 candles closing at 33.56. Toilet paper is more of a use case. Subscribe to your channel a few days ago. Hope your channel gets better. I hope my channel gets better as well, man. I'll try to work harder on it. So yeah, that's that. It does seem like it might get above this 50 moving, but right now we are going down. So it does having this some kind of a rounded move up here that wants to exit towards. You know what we're gonna do? Let's look at other coins and see what other coins are doing. When Ethereum right now is having the same trend line up here that needs to break. If it fails to break the trend line towards upside, it's going down. If it breaks this level downside, you will see more downside. So Ethereum also has it. Shiba Inu is recovering already right now. Maybe this is some kind of nah, it's not. But the trend is broken. This trend is broken right now, going up for next move towards the upside. So Shiba looks like it's recovering in the small time frames. Keep in mind, it's small time frames. Dogecoin, no recovery in sight still, but there is this trend line up here. There is this trend line just like Ethereum and Bitcoin, still not recovering. Theta, maybe still not recovering. Zilliqa actually is breaking the trend. Zilliqa is breaking the trend up here, so Zilliqa looks nice. Phantom, this pivot point up here messes it up. Very close, but still not breaking the trend. Cardano, I should go something like Cardano is making already breaking the trend. Let's see XRP, because oftentimes you can look at altcoins and see if altcoins are breaking the trend. Maybe, just maybe maybe Bitcoin will break the trend as well, right? So if you see altcoins that are doing the first, yeah, some altcoins can be the first movers towards the upside. This actually doesn't break the trend. Now everything seems like the still wait for Bitcoin's move. Everything still wait for Bitcoin move. So not actually everything is breaking the trend. Rose was actually green. Right now it's not here. Do I have anything green on my chart? Beside Gala, there is nothing in it, but Gala is a low volume coin. Yeah, there is one. Jasmine is actually recovering nicely on the 5-minute chart. Jasmine actually recovered. Let's see daily. Yeah, but you know, yeah. Beside Jasmine, there is nothing on my chart. Everything looks like it's still going towards downside. Let's go back to the 5-minute chart up here. So it needs to do. We are still waiting for the big move towards the upside. The volume should be going down here. Let's see the volume. Volume is going down. Ever since the dump down here, the volume has been going down, and any kind of consolidation, the volume should be going down. The volume is going down. Something needs to happen up here. Decisive move towards the upside and downside might push the price enough towards the upside to get to break certain resistance and continue towards the upside. Now that doesn't mean that we are going to recover fully, because if we start going up, you know, we got 10 moving average, 50 moving average on the 1 hourly, you know, and we need to break those levels as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how this actually works out. Double top, treble 19th, and the bull runs finish. Oh man. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Is this something to do with the moon phases, TLA? Maybe it's getting ready for the full moon on the 19th. So, you know, we got still 3 more days. So maybe they want to push the price down a little bit before, you know, they explode it on the 19th. My poor algo plummeted. I don't think algo plummeted. You know, stop, you know, where's algo? It's 7% down, but let's go to the weekly. On the weekly, it's fine. Nah, weekly is breaking 10 moving average. Yeah, it plummeted. Staking Bitcoin while waiting for the new all-time high. ETH-link valuation options. Any floor you can see. On Ethereum, let's see up Ethereum. Down here at you know, previous all-time high. Around what's that? 39k, something like that. 10 moving average. If it goes down that much, like it can go down all the way down to 39k. Or this 50 moving average around 4,000. It's not 39k, 3.9k, give or take. Hate CET by healthy CET. I told you so. What did Crypto Vulture? What did you say? What did you say? That we are gonna dump? Or did you give me a target for the dump? Do you think Plan B 98k prediction will still happen? It can still happen. I'm gonna show you exactly why I think that. Let's see this move up here. This move up here took this move up here. Where is it? This move up here to up here. This is 16 bars, but you know, it is very volatile move towards the upside. It's 16 bars and it did 54%. Okay, 16 bars is like 2 days more than, you know, 2 weeks, and we got like something like 2 weeks right now, 15 days, 14, 15 days. So if you do 54% right now up here, 54%, that comes up to 93,000. So maybe if we get a little bit more volatile than that, you know, if you get a little bit more volatile, that maybe gonna hit some kind of 98,000. So plan B, plan B, option of 98,000 up here is still technically in play, because these big moves can happen, guys. These big move can happen. And this 54% move came after a downtrend. You can see downtrend and then a big impulsive move towards the upside. 16 days, 54%, it can happen. So plan B is not a rule out just yet, you know, it's still going on. I wake up and the world is ending. I said in your last video that we would go to around 55k, but you're saying I told you so, but we are not at 55k. We are at 60k. So you cannot say I told you so. 55k is not the same thing as 60k. Dump is over. Somebody says dump is over. Still need some kind of, you know, these slow 5-minute up and down moves are not very optimistic. We need some kind of, you know, very volatile move towards the upside. We will have another dump. Crypto vulture, you can say I told you descending wedge is forming. Descending wedge, did I miss something up here? What time frame? You know, when we get to 55k, you can tell me, you know, I told you so, but you know, we are not at 55k. In about 6 hours we know where it's heading. Wait for USA. Daily. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to this chart up here. Let's remove everything. Now let me see first on the fall. Yeah, these are just some kind of support levels. Let's keep it. Descending wedge. The thing that I see on this chart is actually not a wedge, is it's expanding wedge. So this might be some kind of channel, but you know, it looks like a expanding wedge. So you know, up down here, down here, and you know, and expanding wedges, you know, they are bullish patterns because you know they reverse the price, you know, going up here like this, and then you continue towards the upside, right? So right now we have a big move towards the upside, and then you know, continue towards the upside. But I don't see any kind of falling wedge, unfortunately. Now falling wedge would be nice, but you know, I don't see the falling wedge up here. Daily, please. Listen what I told you on the daily. We are on the daily. Oh, it's 4 hourly. Sorry. I thought I clicked the right button, man. I thought I clicked the right button. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, let's see this. You said falling wedge, falling on the daily forming. Falling on the daily forming. So it should be something like this up here. It should be something like this up here. But it's not all the way there. It's not all the way there. I mean, it's technically breaking out towards downside. But no, wait, there is more. We are out of the wedge on the downside. Now you can look at it on 4 hourly like this, right? How can we make this? To me, it looks like it's expanding channel, and this engulfing. So I'm gonna use. I think it's expanding channel. I said it is forming. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. But the problem is that right now you are below it down here. You see, you are below the wedge. So it's really hard to make this. I mean, if it's still inside the wedge, you know, it should be something like this up here. Maybe something like this, you know, but then these tops, these bottoms are not hitting anything. We should use these for something. So on the daily, yeah, I know, on the daily, like something like this up here, right? It's too, number one, it's too steep. This one is too long. This one is too steep. So I don't think it's a falling wedge. I'm sorry, I don't think it's a falling wedge. But maybe some kind of, you know, support down here on this line up here as well, you know. You never know. See here. But I think, you know, if there is any kind of pattern over here to be found, I think the pattern is expanding Some kind of expanding channel up here. I think whether we're gonna use top up here or bottom up here, which one is correct, but it looks to me like it's some kind of expanding channel that might actually work out towards the upside, right? But I don't see the falling wedge. I'm sorry, man. Both are bullish pattern. It depends. Like falling wedge and falling expanding channel. Yeah, there should be a reversal. Ache out. Now again, I told you so. I said it's form. You cannot say I told you so until it actually happens. Expanding or wedge, they both are bullish, but first they go down. Yeah, but this one already went down. You see, this one already went down. I just had a fiat to buy on this dip. Only potato wedges. Dot recovered or what? Where is my dot? Where is my dot? I don't know where the dot is. There's dot. Nah, it's minus 5%. How can I actually recover? Minus 3.5. Did we just have a big move towards the upside? Ooh, that's a nice move. So 5 minutes is breaking, I think. 5 minutes is breaking the trend, some kind of trend. But it's still a long way to go. It's too early to say anything. Like it's still a long way to go. It's an ABC correction on 15 minutes. I don't do Elliott waves. Hey TLA, can I let you know that you spell emergency wrong? I probably the funny thing is I wrote emergency in the Google thing, right? I went to Google and wrote emergency, and yeah, okay, there we see emergency, show result for emergency, right? But yeah, emergency. What about 4th December late? Yeah, 4th December is a while ahead in time, so we got time. How many BTC you own? What hardware wallet do you use? Where is this still in green? Yeah, I mean there's probably some coins that are in green, but 99.99% of my coins here are in red. Mostly there are 3 dumps in correction phase. We had 2. So 1, 2, 3. I mean, I'm not saying that we cannot go down to 58k. I'm just saying wait until we get to 58k to tell me I told you so. When we get to 58k, you can say, hey man, I told you so. But it's too early. It's too early. Not sure who, but somebody just added to her bags. 70 bucks again, or did you go crazy and did 80 bucks? I need to learn to invest like you, man. The life would be so easy if I invested like 70 bucks or something like that. It would be so easy. Do you have faith that Matic will recover strongly? I think if Bitcoin recovers, everything will recover strongly. Nice, how's going on? Yeah, so the 5-minute chart is right now not that optimistic just yet. Like the volume is still not kicking. Like there is a little bit volume up here, but the moves are getting wrecked to the downside. Still in red. It doesn't look good, guys. Still, we are at some kind of bottom, but there is no follow through, and it kind of looks so weak. So if this goes back in down here, and if it goes back to this line again up here for whatever reason, it might dump. Pretend it's 70 bucks. Ron, we go up, guys. That's it, guys. Ron called it. We go up now. 100 bucks. Tila, would you say this is the dip? Yeah, I would say this is the dip. I don't see it any other way than the dip. Do we have any fun news? That's exactly it. We don't have any fun news, and people are trying to find some kind of fun news. Or it's inflation, or it's Biden thing, or it's this or that. There is no FUD news. It's just going down because, you know, charts, you know, got a little bit overextended. We need some kind of pullback. You know, a lot of people leverage it. It's just a technical pullback. The way I see it, But we'll see where we end. You know, it is holding down for a quite substantial amount of time. So oftentimes when you go into this kind of, you know, substantial amounts of sideways movement, it's often what's happening is just kind of waiting for these moving averages to come a little bit down before it continues dump towards downside. So I can definitely see more dump to the downside, but you know, never say never. There is strong support here. There's strong support here at 60,000, so you know, let's break that first, and then we're gonna talk about the lower level plus longs. Oh, the dump. Let's see here, it will try to go up and it just gets wrecked back down again. Unfortunate. Marks are wonky, DXY high, inflation, US president with the... What's the next support level? We got 60.3 up here, then below that that's 60k exactly on the dollar, and then below that's like 58.4 and 58.7, and then below that is like 55k or something like that. RSI doesn't look good. RSI actually looks okay. 4 hourly. It's at the bottom. It's kind of just sitting there. We actually had a 2 4-hourly closes. Look, it's just sitting at look at it, it's just kind of sitting down there. It's just kind of sitting this. We just had 4-hourly close. Let's see 1 hourly. Hourly just closed up here. Yeah. 46. Ah, it's okay. We gotta see. I don't see any kind of recovery just yet, unfortunately. I was hoping, you know, during the stream, you know, something would happen. And up here, it started to go towards the upside, but you know, it looks like it got wrecked right back down again. So I'm definitely, if this goes all the way down to 60.3 again, I'm seeing some kind of break, and I'm seeing some kind of 58 levels again. But that said, you know, maybe after these kind of levels on the downside, maybe we're gonna get to the V-shaped recovery that everybody wants to see, right? The big fast move towards the upside. So you know, something like here, you go down and then, you know, straight up to the moon. Maybe, who knows? Until how far do you think it will dip? Right now it's 60k. If it goes further, then we're looking at 58.4, 58.7. If it goes further, we look at 55. If it goes below 55, it's 51, and if it goes below 51, it's 45, and if it goes before 45, it's bear market. And then we don't care anymore. And then probably it's gonna reverse and go towards the upside. Crypto Vulture still says for 55k. We'll see about 50k. It's on the books, but you know, to get to 55k, you gotta break the 58k first. 58k, 58.4 and 58.7. You gotta break that first before you can go to 55k, right? Below 45 is bear market. Yeah. We gotta have some standards. Okay guys, I hope you got something out of the stream. Again, subscribe to the channel because we do a lot of live streams. You know, if you like emergency, urgent, warning and panic live streams, you know, subscribe to the channel and put notifications on. We just had one you know, early tonight. You know, a lot of clickbait titles, you know, scary thumbnails and stuff like that. So if that's your thing, subscribe to the channel. I love the panic live stream, but was asleep. Are you back every day, TL? If so, I'll set my alarm at 5. Yeah, I'm back every day now, at least on the Bitcoin daily. So we're gonna see how far I can push it. So we're gonna see. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining. Hit the like button on the way out. Come back tomorrow 9 a.m. Central European time on the dollar every day, because we gotta know what's happening with Bitcoin every single day and see, if it's gonna go up and down. Right now it's really hard to say, whether we are bullish or bearish. It looks like it might dump a little bit more. It looks like it might recover as well. It's really hard to say what's gonna do. So this is time to just kind of sit and wait to see some kind of decisive move happening, because it's kind of just waiting. That's it, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here around. See you soon. Bye bye.